Wake the fuck up, samurai. We have a city to burn.
ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Tonight it is going to be the last of week 2 and a very climactic one indeed. It is going to be Vastunity versus KGK Gaming. A very beautiful match and a very beautiful man casting it in the form of Chase. Now Chase, how are you feeling tonight?
Well, coming off of a great day of golf, I'm feeling quite chipper, my dude.
And how did you go to golf?
I did pretty well. Not really the best in the second half of the 18 holes, but you know, it's all about just scoring on one. And yeah.
I like the hat as well. If that's a souvenir for your time out golfing, then fair play. It does suit you, but I do miss your long locks yesterday. Probably the only time we'll ever see Chase with his hair out is when I ask him to. Because Chase obeys me. Isn't that right, Chase?
No, it's also when I go swimming, so.
Very nice. Now, today in CDL news and other facets of the COD League, it's a bit more of a tight one in my opinion. I've got to tell you right now, it's a little bit sticky in the form of that Clayster has joined New York Subliners for the 2021 season alongside Zuma and Mac, and rumours are put to bed. A very good signing for New York, the 3-time back-to-back world champion and one of the leaders of the COD community. You know, he's a pillar. The man has done so much and given so much, and you know, we can see that he can create champions. He's done that twice, 2 years in a row, and you know, back at AW as well. So, Chase, how are you feeling about that signing in particular?
Well, Clayster, he's a man of many words, and one of the best, I think, talents out there in terms of veterans at flipping around rookie teams, and you know, making them into legends. You know, and even providing a few rookies with the right knowledge and insight, and to even go on to become, you know, MVPs, getting their own MVPs at these champs, like how Shotzi got his past season got MVP as a rookie, and then you saw before you had Simp, who, you know, enough. That's all I need to say is Simp.
And before that, it was Attach, who was also 18 at the time when he won his world chip. So he does nurture a lot of young talent and form them into real studs of the sport. But then again, in other news as well, there is of course rumours going around that we'll be seeing Hydra and John joining them alongside to complete the set 5. I'm not really too sure about that one, but of course, if you can imagine a roster of Clayster, Zuma, Mac, Hydra and John, you've got a force on your hands to deal with in the CDL. So I've got to tell you right now, if that does happen, fair play. New York have done a solid and going into Cold War.
Well, you see, that might be the force in the CDL that is interesting at the moment. But right now, when you guys are here at ALG, or not ALG, you have to be ready for the forces that are coming to you guys today. And that is KGK up against Vastunity. Both teams coming off of losses last week. Vastunity getting themselves 2 maps to go their way up against ADS, who are also an undefeated team atop the league right now, along the likes of Team Violence and Authentic Esports, who I believe you guys saw Authentic yesterday just put on a clinic up against their opponents in that one. Dude. And you know, for Vastunity to have shown up really big in their series against ADS Gaming, it makes us kind of believe, me and Connie believe, that they have a lot more to offer, and let's just see if they can do that up against KGK.
Risks aside, I do think that KGK themselves last week got 3-0'd pretty flat. I would have rated them as the, alongside 302, probably the bottom 2 teams in this 10-man tournament and league. But then again, of course, teams have bounced back before and caused upsets this week for certain. Nothing is guaranteed though. I would like to point out to you as well that there was only one man shining last week on the side of KGK, and that was Stay Chill. He really did shine for his team, but unfortunately the other 4 were not up to scratch and did not bring anything to the table.
If his name suffices, you know, he must have chilled off the rest of his team, because they were looking frozen in a lot of those games, especially the Hardpoint and the Domination. And then him, on the other hand, was looking the absolute opposite of chilled. He was hot and bringing absolute fierce passion to all the gunfights that he had in front of him. And right now, I'm just going to make sure that we cover the maps ahead of us today. And starting things off with our map number 1, Hardpoint, is going to be Azir Cave. Connie, tell us about Azir Cave and why it's your favorite.
Well, it just is. There's no definition. I just have favourites. That's one of them. Mainly because it's outside. Mainly because it's sunny. Mainly because the spawns are so far out you can win by just killing people and wiping them and spawning them out. But that's Azir Cave. And again, with the new Cold War Alpha out right now, if you're not playing it, you definitely should be playing it. As far as things are going, me and Chase definitely are enjoying our weekend, just absolutely destroying people, because I won't lie to you right now, there's a lot of fixes that need to be made post-alpha. But from the alpha gameplay, Chase, how are you feeling about it? Because I love it. I think it's a refreshing start for the series.
Hey, Call of Duty Cold War, it's definitely one of my favorite Call of Duties. I want to say just off of an alpha look into things. I feel like the feel of it in alpha actually beats the alphas I've felt of other CODs in the past, the last two, most importantly.
That's very true.
And even the Battlefield alphas, I think it beats that for sure in terms of the feel as well, and just how well they're able to manage a lot of these fixes and issues as they arise. But what's going to be arising up next after this Hardpoint is going to be a Gunrunner Search and Destroy, followed by a Hackney Yard Domination, and then if we get to 4th and 5th map, we'll be seeing Gunrunner again in the second Hardpoint. That's going to be map number 4, and then map number 5, we will be going to, unfortunately, Connor's not favorite Search and Destroy map. That will be the Arclaw Peak.
I don't really care. As long as I get to map 5, I'll be happy. That's all I can say for that.
So while we have been icing these players that have been waiting in the lobby patiently, we've been icing their time. We are going to see if we can jump right into things. Obviously, the match down timer is going to start ticking off in the lobby there. But while we're here right now, Connie, any other names stand out to you on the side of Vastunity?
Frosty and Laser. They were the last two that I like, because they both were not necessarily slayers, but they were probably great routemen. And they just timed a lot of their rotations to perfection. I didn't really see them get pinched off one rotation or an initial, so that's really why I can kind of foreseeably see them as two of the I'd like, from my old role. But then again, as we get into the gameplay, we'll probably see that happen off the break. Now, when it comes to Azir Cave, one thing you have to remember, you need P2 spawns, and if you're on the good side, and if you're a great defensive Call of Duty team with 2 fantastic ARs, more than likely, you're going to get it. But now, as we head into the first map of the series, Azir Cave Hardpoint, we're going to be seeing Vastunity and KGK both go at it on the first hill. Now, of course, KGK have those favoured P2 spawns, and again, it's going to be down to Vastunity to try and get something going here to really just try and control them off the break. Now, as shots are going to be thrown down, it's going to be coming down to the men themselves. Now, Vastunity are going to get initial off this and actually break through. Eccentric here is going to go push through yellow and try and find some kills of his own, which he does. The first one falls for there. Second one as well on the radar. Hello, goodbye. He is saying goodbye to that guy right there. All comfort aside, he now needs to push through and try and control this P2 side here. Initial of P1 is going to go their way. KGK are going to contest the course and get some seconds back of their own, but it looks as though Vastunity are playing for the flip, and KGK are starting to spawn out now chase in P4.
Yeah, unfortunately, Vastunity not able to get the Vastunity. KGK unable to get the right spawns that they need for P2 now. As you said, they're spawning out, and Vastunity, I just want to make sure that we all understand. They're only running 2 trophies on this map, and they're running 4 ARs with 1 player running the Ram. And on the other side of things, you're looking at KGK, and they have a completely different mindset and idea around this. And they're going to be running 3 trophies. They're going to have 3 smokes. Oh no, Connie. And then they're going to have 3 ARs versus the 2, and then 2 submachine guns. So definitely differences in the team's game plans here, especially when you look at utility. That's just how it is. As we're going to be getting back into this gameplay and giving you some play-by-play from our boy Conman, who is most definitely better than me at doing it.
Oh hush, baby! You know how it is. As far as things go, though, Concepts currently is yet to kill anything, and it's been 2 hills. So that man deserves a round of applause. As far as Vastunity go, 93-9, comfortable against KGK. But then again, they've got the rotation as well. So it's one person on KGK actually going to be on that. That's going to be Zora, and he then gets taken down. The kill feed now is turning all pink in favour of the Vast boys, and again they're wiping them out and getting it more time. Again, KGK have the favoured spawns here. They're spawning up a little bit deeper, actually maintaining a lot of the headies and composure. Utility is not going to be thrown on the hill. The smoke player Laser really needs to get something down to block off the presence of those ARs on KGK. But again, they're winning most of the gunfights. Kill feed is still very flip-floppy, and Vastunity are getting 2 pieces to every KGK's 1 piece. Now, again, Concept is not killing anything. Kiggs as well is also a little bit sluggish, but one way KGK can get back into this game is to have a strong P4, and how can they do that? Early rotation, fighting for scrap on P3, a hard task to indeed get, but again, if you can play it right, you can definitely get something going for you, Chase.
Yeah, but unfortunately, KGK, they're not really able to muster much, and it doesn't help that you have sort of you have a walking dead body in Concepts who just hasn't been able to do anything, not even grab hill time to save his life here. And joining him is obviously going to be Authentic here, who, you know, he has 2 seconds of a hill time, 1 kill, 11 deaths. This is absolute bloodbath, and like I said before at the beginning, and like me and Connie had talked about going into this one, we both knew Vastunity was going to bring a lot of pressure, and they were going to be a hotter and heavier team going into this. Even though they have a loss under their belt, it was against a team that's no joke in ADS, so they were holding something back. And my oh my, Connie, I don't think we expected it to be this one-sided, and for them to be holstering this kind of a beast going into this one.
I mean, I've never seen a scoreline of 178-13 in any Azure Cave that I've casted so far in my life. But again, credit to Vastunity, they're doing what they do best, and that is flushing people out and rotating very early. You're seeing, of course, Laser and Frosty doing the jobs that they ask of each other. And again, look, 2 6-3s and a 7 spree. Nobody's dying. I mean, nobody is dying, and it's just an absolute confusion fest. I want to see actual more concepts at the moment. I do feel like maybe connection could be an issue here as to why he's not really killing anything. But again, if I look at the KGK players and where they're pushing, it definitely comes down to one thing. I don't think they're timing these things correctly. They're actually playing a lot. They're playing a more red dot chase Call of Duty, which again just is not what you want to be doing when you're 200 points down nearly. And dare I say it, it's very concerning, Chase.
It's more than concerning. This is looking like an absolute mockery of an organization in King's Grant Kills or something. I forget what the full standing of the full breakdown of KGK's name is, but damn, like KGK fans in chat, guys, I want to apologize first off right now just to you guys, just that you have to witness this unfortunate events in front of you. But you know, it doesn't mean that your team is not going to be able to, you know, place well in this league as a whole. You know, they're just up against a super strong team in Vastunity right now on a completely different level.
Levels aside right now, I mean, come on, 240-13. I feel like I'm watching a pubs lobby right now. Skill-based matchmaking does not exist. KGK have lost map number 1 by a very disastrous 237 points, Chase.
This is definitely a league record, and I think from both me and you casting, this is our own record of casting over like the biggest domination defeat, or not domination, the biggest hardpoint loss for both of us as well, casting over right here.
But how long did that game last? How long did that game last? 5 minutes?
You know,
6 minutes tops? I won't lie to you, I could have gone to the toilet and come back and the game would be finished.
If that first map is anything short of foreshadowing the rest of this night of matches, I think we're going to be about out of here around, you know, 30 minutes, maybe 45.
Yeah, match time. It was 5 minutes and 54 seconds long.
Well, for those of you at home that are here and you guys are trying to get pick up, you know, tips and tricks from watching these guys compete, this was not one of them like series or matches to really watch and learn much off of, except that Vastunity, they were able to just trash the other team, and now they're going to be coming into a Search and Destroy feeling like they're on cloud 9, and KGK are going to be probably in comms, really going back and forth at each other, and Stay Chill is probably in the moment DMing other orgs asking for a spot on their rosters.
That is the most likely result after that match, Chase. But now we're going to be heading into which S&D map in particular?
This one's going to be Gunrunner, actually. One you like in particular as well.
Yeah, I hope we can see KGK put on a bit more of a masterclass there. I think as far as things go for that, a Gunrunner is very balanced. If they get 6-0'd, then I'm very confident that the Domination is going to be just as disastrous for them, but Jesus Christ.
Hey, if they can listen to their IGL, their clear IGL, I would assume, in Stay Chill, and through Search and Destroy, that you can play a lot slower.
Yeah.
I think that maybe, just maybe, they can take it. But we'll only find out after our break, folks, when we get back to some action. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned, because we'll be back.
Now, as far as things are concerning, Chase has a message for KGK. Chase, what is your message for KDK?
Can we go to sleep already?
We can't go to sleep. We have a Gunrunner S&D coming up, and it's a little bit more of a your forte, should we say?
But like, Stay Chill. I don't want to play anymore. I want to just go to sleep.
Listen here, my friend. These men are trying their hardest. It is not going their way. It is okay. Are you ready now for the gameplay?
Well, chat, we're back. Gameplay's here. Search and Destroy up and running. Let's jump right into it, folks. As yes, I am awake. That was me imitating possibly the perspective of other members on the team of KGK. And yes, we're gonna see Vastunity getting our first blood in the series, in this map, in the first round. But KGK get an answering kill, and oh my lord, the first guy to drop was Stay Chill. That's not going to be chill at all, bro. You're supposed to let him live so he can talk to his teammates and maybe make this one a more entertaining series. But, the back and forth is happening in the kill feed. That might be a good thing, but it ends up not, as Vastunity are going to be able to win that first opening round in this Search and Destroy, and quite frankly, continue to keep the, keep that morale and the energy super high on their side of things.
Morale and energy aside, there's one thing that I'm very, very concerned about. That being the fact that Chase here, for some reason, will not take me out for dinner. Now, I've asked him last week for this request, and Still no demise for me. So, Chase, what's going on there, mate?
Well, maybe we can sort something out over a Discord call, because you're all the way in Europe and I'm all the way in Canada. We're like trying to have that bromance across the country, across the world, and the global bromance, and it's tough, man. It's a hard one. It can be strenuous on me, man.
Well, then again, Chase, there's no need to cry, because I myself can't wait for LAN events and to finally sit down with you behind a desk and watch people play Call of Duty. As well as a passion on the hobby, this thing hopefully is going to be something very, very special. Again, it's going to be a very important 1v1 there. It's Eccentric, we'll see, or Fix. And again, it's going to be Eccentrics. They're winning a massive 1v2. Bravo from the boy. He takes it comfortably in Vastunity, extending now to a 2-0 lead, Chase.
It wasn't necessarily that it was an insane play out of the side of Centrix, or was it? Well, who is it? What's his name again? Freaking hell! I just messed it up. But it's not like it was an absolutely insane 1 versus 2, because we have so much high hopes for all the players on the side of Vastunity, blah blah blah. But it was just more insane because he just iced again KGK, who it looked like they finally were finding some sort of success. They weren't able to find any success whatsoever in the first map, let alone the first round in the Search and Destroy, who they got pretty dominated, swiftly destroyed, taken off the map, whatever you want to call it, flattened out. And they were just looking like they had some sort of light at the end of the tunnel, and it got taken away. It got absolutely snuffed. And now we're going to see ourselves in a 3 versus 3 with Stay Chilled still up. So I'd love to see Stay Chilled's perspective, actually, to see how he looks to play this one, as he's on a donut, continuing to have a donut right now, while IGLing his team through these Search and Destroy rounds. He's going to die out, and that's going to be big as, again, IGL drops. But a 1 versus 2 opportunity for Pigsy, who is going to be using the AR at long to try to take down the player at Forest. Is he going to be ready for the player over by Bathrooms? He isn't. Oh, that player tried to disrespect him with an execution.
Oh.
That would have been absolutely insane, but instead, the bomb executes him, and with
that's a lose-lose situation.
Greater power.
That's a lose-lose situation. Went for the knife, dodged, but then he killed him anyway with the explosion. I mean, obviously the body there flying out of the screen, straight up disrespect, and I can't be taking that, my friend. 3-0 Vastunity. But leading into the 4th round now, Vastunity are getting a very comfortable, very relaxed grip on the situation here. That is, they are clearly much more dominant in the respawns and so far in the S&D, as KGK looking to try and make things work a little better. Again, they're now going to opt now to push through Boiler with Bomb. Not a bad setup at all, KGK. As long as they collect correctly and watch the guys in mid, it should work. But again, it's going to be Eccentric here, 5-1 with another first blood to his list. As Laser now comes on the flank, it's now going to be a 5v3 situation. You're now going to be seeing as well, Laser pushed around, he finds more players in the back. Bomb now being pushed around and carried. It is very much a dire situation for KGK, as now they're going to go for A. Definitely the smarter decision. But again, players from Vastunity know you're going to be at A. So, here's what you got to do. You got to just win these important gunfights. Again, Twitty with the sniper rifle. Will he hit a nasty shot? I'm not too sure right now. But again, he does unfortunately die there. Kicks again, gets taken down. Another 1v3 situation for KGK. And it is very uncomfortable here, Chase. It's just looking like Vastunity are running away with it.
Yeah, it's like it's more uncomfortable than a guy wearing a turtleneck and on a beach in the summer. It's not. We're reaching boiling points at this point. With the fact that you have probably you have all 5 of those players probably at each other's throats when you're finding this much disappointment. The trust levels are definitely dropping in terms of terms of the the vibes around the team, as you can see that in their plays when we critique them. When we get them down to the 1 versus 3s or 1 versus 2 or 1 versus 1, that's when we actually see them surprisingly looking a bit better, is because everybody's quiet, letting that person play from their mind, play from what they hear, play on their own. Versus, I believe, probably throughout these rounds, they're all screaming over each other's voices.
Chase, this is an S&D. This is not.
right now, Vastunity is doing a great job in keeping all of their plays alive while also dispatching the KGK members. As KGK down in a 1 versus 4 get taken out, and that's going to be 5-0. We're looking at a possible 6-0, Connie, here. I definitely feel like it's on the cards. It was on the cards to begin this map, and it's looking like it's going to be, 90% chance that it's going to be the way that we end this map.
Not the first and not the last time we're going to be seeing a 6-0 in the ALG League, Chase.
I know it's not. But I'd be quite damn happy to see one. And what I'd be awesome and super happy to see as well is a crazy sniper kill to come out of Tweet potentially here, as he's going to be rocking that sniper rifle over by Forest. But unfortunately, none of the purple players on the side, blue players on the side of KGK move that way. They all go over to A. And who's over by A? 2 players on the side of Vastunity that are ready to gun down those players and have done so, successfully taking out 3. Still, gonna have to take out the last 2, and Laser, he's gonna get behind one of them. Are we gonna see the humiliation? It's not gonna come out, but it's still humiliating that they lost 6-0.
Humiliating is one thing, that right there was just embarrassing. It was embarrassing. Unfortunately, I don't think there was much coordination on the side of KGK. Vastunity go 2-0 up in the series, Chase, and things are looking a little bit more worse for wear. Now, up next is a Domination, and I do believe it's going to be a
Hackney
Domination. Oh, great. Well, this is even harder for KGK because this is one of the fastest paced Domination maps in the game, let alone one of the hardest game modes to actually master. So, if they can do that, it restores all of my faith in KGK's ability, and restores your faith as well, because I can see right now you're rolling your eyes, you're shaking your head, and you just have no faith at all, don't you?
They just need a better matchup against a team more at their level. Another team, at the lower levels of this of the league right now in terms of the standings and teams. That's going to be restoring my faith, is if they can win against those teams. This series is over, in my opinions.
Definitely. But right now, me and Chase are going to get a quick water break as we go into the last final map of the series. That's going to be a Domination. Stay tuned, be careful, and we shall see you very shortly. gents. Hello, ladies and gents. Get ready to rock. Get ready to rock. Hello, Chase. What is that you got right there?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just sniffing some deodorant.
I'm not sure how it relates to anything, but okay. I mean...
Oh, I'm just because I've been, something's been stinking lately.
What's that?
I'm just trying to get that, I'm just trying to, smell something better, Something's been stinking lately.
Yeah.
KGK, what? Let's move on into this Domination, folks. The gameplay is live to you right now, and we got ourselves a 2-flag cap to start things off for KGK, which is awesome. The deodorant, it brings the center out. Actually, no, on my end, it's not KGK. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Okay, Vastunity up with two flags. KGK with 1. Vastunity with a side spawn. KGK without a side spawn. So,
yep.
maybe because this is a lot simpler. This is a lot simpler situation here. We're looking at Hackney or Domination. We're holding A flag as key. If KGK can get themselves into that A flag, maybe because it's a more simpler algorithm and understanding formula method to win this map, that they can have something go their way and that they can maybe hold it. But unfortunately, that's not the case right now. The only thing that they're able to really touch and get a hold of is B for like 1 second, as that's going to go back over to Vastunity. And we're looking at, again, something very clear, and man, players on the side of Vastunity having fun right now with the sniper. I believe in the hands of Tweed. He didn't really get to use it much in the search and destroy, and now he's going to give me some of that love by showing that sniper to you guys in this Domination.
Well, then again, the Domination right now is all of Vastunity right now. Kill feed is all pink. A and B is secured. They're going to try and go for a nice little scene neutralization here, but KGK are fighting back and they are pushing out through what appears to be green. I wouldn't recommend that at all. I'd definitely push through B and try and get some control there, because you're trying to get a flip here, which of course is what you're playing for, but nothing really will work because you're going to get shut down in the mid. Again, number 9, Orphix is the guy there to actually get dealt with, but again, Vastunity just seem more in control. They seem more approachable. And they also seem a little bit more like they're enjoying the game, because KGK right now, there's nobody really picking up after each other. There's a lot of misdirection and miscommunication, Chase, and Vastunity now going to take a nice comfortable 20-point lead because of that.
Hey, at least if you're, a KGK fan, most likely a Stay Chill fan, because, he's been the real shining light for the team. He's going positive, so his mental's good, and as long as IGL's on teams, their mentals, their heads in the right place, it maybe looks better for the team. And I could assume the comms could be a little bit better as well, but on the flip side, the rest of his team really needs to just step it up. And that's essentially what the team has had struggles with in the past. I believe last week, they had the same sort of struggles. And, one other point I forgot to mention at the beginning of the series, and I'm just going to make clear now, is they're also running with a sub in Zorian. So it's weird because he didn't underperform insanely in comparison to the other players. We saw Concepts, who's a regular roster player on this side of this team, who was the big letdown, the big L on the side of KGK in the first map of this series. Stay Chill got a nasty 3-piece opening up the middle of the map for his team, but unfortunately still not going to have enough happen to go their way. They're going to get a 2-flag cap for how long, with 1 minute left in this first half, and 82-50 scoreline. C flag going to be neutralized if not fully capped as well. Vastunity, like you said before, having a lot of fun here, in KGK not really going to get to play the same game, are they?
Well, then again, one thing again I'm pointing out to you right now, there is one person from KGK that does deserve really the credit, and that's going to be YouTube Stay Chill right now, 13-10, now only 14-10. He is trying to play the game that is meant to be played, but then again, it's also really difficult right now, because although KGK have got 58 points to their name, right, not bad at all.
Hey, two players on their team have more kills than 2 players on the side of Vastunity.
Yeah, no. Then again, that is very true. That is very, very true. But then they hit market again. I'm sorry, I'm just admiring the sniping ability of YouTube Stay Chill. As KGK now, of course, are going to get a very comfortable 91 to 68. Vastunity. I'm more or less concerned that we're going to be seeing what only could be a takeoff here, because Vastunity 30-point lead. How did KGK really reset and take over from this sort of deficit?
I don't really think that it's going to be something that they're going to be able to do. I don't believe they're going to be able to extend this series, but you know, it is the second half of this domination. They're getting casted over. They're in front of these lovely viewers, the 29 of you. And, you know, YouTube Stay Chill, he rocked the sniper rifle for a bit too. You know, maybe, just maybe, we'll see them try their best to have a little bit of fun in the end. Even though they lose the series as a whole, they lose the map, you know, they just want to make sure that they try not to lose their supporters' love. And me and Connie, we both try our hardest to, day in, day out, as we cast with you guys, bring you guys series that are one-sided or really, really well entertaining to watch and, you know, quite frankly, more entertaining than our casting. We still try to keep you guys loving us, and we are so happy that you guys come in here night after night and enjoy our commentary.
Definitely one of the better times of our lives at this point. But then again, with a new game around the corner, Modern Warfare is starting to close its doors, and we're just excited ready for a new chapter to open in the form of a very arc Call of Duty. Now, again, Vastunity right now. It appears that KGK are well playing for a trip cap there. Unfortunately, they are unable to. They are unable to get it there. But again, they now have 2 flags captured, and dare I say it, they could realistically take over and win this game here just from those 2 flags alone. A nice little AB hold as well, which I can respect and gravitate to. But again, if Vastunity aren't controlling anything, that really comes down to Frosty right now, who is still repping a sniper rifle. It really can only mean one thing. That one thing is he needs to control it a little bit. But fortunately, again, KGK finding some control around C, but it appears Vastunity really aren't trying, and there is a level of disrespect being shown here, Chase.
Well, for a team that's not really trying, they were able to take that A flag quite easily.
Yeah.
Like, they took it back after KGK worked so hard to get there. And, you know, KGK members, they left. They, you know, this is just, you know, obviously textbook. But, you know, they made a crusade through the middle of the map to try to get over to C to make a triple cap happen. And, you know, right under their noses, Vastunity got new spawns, and the spawns ended up favoring for A side, and they were able to take over that A flag once again. And, you know, that just kind of goes to show how, you know, not little KGK know about this map and how it plays out, or just how little they know much about the, you know, all 3 of these game modes in competitive, as we've seen that they've had an absolute struggle against the side of against the side of Vastunity. But, you know, I feel like they just need to, you know, practice up more. They could just be a very young team together. I feel like there are a ton of like a lot of plays that we've seen throughout this series that have just looked very uncoordinated, to say the least, Connie.
Uncoordinated, unprofessional, and unexecutionable. It's going to be down to Vastunity right now to try and get something going here, which they do. A nice little ABC here, and a neutralization as well. Probably a trip cap as well if they can get lucky. Well, definitely do get lucky there. Number 2, Laser, is of course going to be one to shut down the push coming in from C. As now Vastunity are still making sure that KGK are not getting points on the board. It's now going to be a 22-point difference here. And as far as things are concerned, I'm definitely more or less just enjoying the time that we're getting right now. I mean, obviously, the series is going to come to an end realistically. I can probably see the fact that Tweet now is on a 5-3. Bear in mind, he had a sniper for 7 minutes of this match. He has now decided to revert back to, I do believe, an AR. Yes, he has, finally. Thank God, senses are going to kick in. And again, you're going to be seeing KGK now just push around, trying to get some control all the way through onto this B. And again, really unfortunate. I just think that Vastunity out-dominated, out-controlled. Just everything you can think of that they did there. They did. Sorry, Chase.
They didn't really do anything. If you're KGK, we're talking about KGK.
Now,
They
Vast
did do
Unity,
nothing.
man.
But Vast Unity, they did do much. They in the words that you say it, like they did do. Man, Vast Unity, they're just miles ahead. Like I said before, it's going to be more interesting to see them playing, higher up teams. Teams that are with that 2-0 record, or even teams that are 1-1 right now in the league. But if if you're looking over at the side of KGK and those other teams in the league that are 0-2, you guys got 2 weeks of losses now behind you. Really take the time and scrim and do something to try to get something to go your way, because you can't go into week 5 of this league and still be unable to get a win. It's gonna be brutal, folks. Like, we really want to see an entertaining league. We want to see this league push, and we want to see all these teams really leave their heart and sweat on the battlefield here. And it's rough. It's rough.
Rough to say the least. I definitely think that there was 1 or 2 players on the side of KGK that just could not meet the standard required. But, scoreline is going to be 171-134 in favour of Vast Unity, and it's going to be a 3-0 win comfortably. Now, I have nothing to say after that, really. That's all. Just a dominant 3-0. I can't really think of any post-match comments.
I think we all, if me and you were to both look at players to watch in this series, or not necessarily players to watch, but players to really take note on for both these teams. Obviously the first one for KJK, the only one that comes to mind is Stay Chill.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see how he continues to carry this team throughout the league, if he can even carry them to a win. I really want to say, though, I want to shout out their substitute that came in. I think Zerion, or I mispronounced his name already. Here, let me look around. Zorian. I did feel like Zorian did a good job in this second map. I mean, in this Domination, dropping 24 kills and only 27 deaths. Still a lot more respectable than the 8 kills for Concepts and the 14 kills for Kings, who have been together with Stay Chill and Authentic for a longer time. So yeah, mad props to him. Hopefully, this team continues to make subs and add new players in to help complement Stay Chill more, so we can see KGK maybe get some wins, actually, not more. Get some wins. And on the other side, you're looking at Vast Unity, who showed a vast amount of strength throughout this series, and unwavering strength throughout the 3 maps, most predominantly in the the first 2, because this last one was pretty much a throwaway. I think we could both agree on that.
We can agree on that, but do you know what else we can agree on right now? It's bedtime, Chase. It's bedtime.
Yes.
It's time to go.
So for Conman in Europe, it's bedtime. For those of you in Europe that are tuning in, it's bedtime. For us in North America that are still grinding that Call of Duty Cold War, it's time for us to get back on that. So we'll see you guys in the next series next week, but make sure to have yourselves a wonderful weekend.